Today we're here at the Hilton Colombo for the Responsible Fashion Summit 2019, and there are so many people who have come down from different parts of the world to educate us on the industry. So it's going to be great. We've got some panel discussions that we're looking forward to as well. So let's go and check it out.
It's been an incredible journey, and I always feel with Responsible Fashion Summit, we're dreaming big, and we are showing our desire to showcase Sri Lanka in the right light that it should be seen. Because I got involved with the apparel industry from the outside when we coined the phrase garments without guilt in 2004. That's when the journey started.
On why Ajay and his team set about promoting Sri Lanka as a responsible fashion destination 2 years ago. Why we felt that the best way to showcase this fact was by holding annual summits such as this in Sri Lanka, where we could show how plastic waste, for example, collected from within the country is then converted to apparel again within Sri Lanka. And in doing so, we leave a transparent, auditable trail from a single plastic bottle collected from wherever in the country to the final garment that's produced. The customer obtains a genuinely recycled, high-quality garment.
I'm a menswear designer. I've always instinctively used natural fibers without even thinking too much about it. It's just something. Body odor was probably one of the reasons why I just sort of stuck to natural fibers. I mean, I was not even thinking of biodegradable stuff or sustainability or saving the planet. It was just basic body odor. I mean, that's what made me use and make the brand that we are. I grew up in a family. My grandfather was a cloth merchant. My father was into garment manufacturing, and I tried every trick in the book not to get into fashion because I did not want to get into family business. And lo and behold, as world would have it, life came full circle, and I had to get into design because I was good at nothing else.
I'm here with the man himself, Mr. Ajay Veer Singh. How are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
All right, so can you tell us a little bit about the importance of having a summit like this one?
See, Responsible Fashion Summit is one of its kind because, the world talks about sustainability, various other things. We actually coined a phrase called responsible fashion in Sri Lanka. So that we want to have this movement go around the world because we have a supply chain which is very clean compared to a lot of other supply chains, but we've not presented it well. So we want to really show the world that how Sri Lanka is taking a lead in this kind of fashion, which actually is a solution to a lot of global issues. Right, and so what we are showing is like not only just the talks, but we're also showing how what we are discussing here is translated into action, translated into case studies, translated into solutions which anyone in the world can use. Right, so it's extremely important to profile Sri Lanka through these summits as a country, as a destination which is sustainable, and that's what we go to, a sustainable tourism, if you see. So this thing plays a big role in profiling Sri Lanka differently. So we are the third edition, and we have such important people. There's international media here, very important speakers who speak globally. So the fact that they come here and we kind of amplify the whole thing media-wise internationally is extremely important and very beneficial for Sri Lanka. So I tell people that if this was done in New York or London, in 1 month we'll be known around the world. But because we are in Sri Lanka, because we are in the subcontinent, the exposure to us comes little late in the day. But we keep pushing, But we got one of the best solutions in the world at the moment with this.
I'm here with Suket. How are you doing today?
Fantastic.
So we all enjoyed your speech. Can you just tell us a little bit, for everyone who didn't get to actually listen to it live, can you just tell us a little bit about what you spoke about?
I spoke about what I do. I like to innovate with stories. Basically, I mean, I draw inspiration from my own childhood, my own life, and I make clothes from there. And that's what I was actually sharing with the audience. It's something which is very, very personal, and I'm just sort of living my personal life as a professional as well, which is a magical thing to do. And plus, I was also drawing a lot of inspiration from our collective culture as people of South Asian or Indian subcontinental culture, which is a shared culture. We believe in the nature, we believe in preserving the nature and only taking so much from the nature as we need. And at the same time, I talked about banana leaves and how we've eaten in banana leaves all this while, and here people thought that we were uncivilized only if they realized it sooner. So yeah, absolutely.
I'm here with Alfredo. How are you doing today?
I'm very good. Thank you for having me here. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you spoke about here today at the summit?
So today we spoke about transparency and the importance of the user experience in the understanding of sustainability for fashion. So basically we brought some case studies that we do with our brand Away to Mars, and how to work this mindset change to the consumers.
I'm here with Amanda Parks. How are you doing today?
Great, lovely, so lovely to be here in Colombo.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, so I'm the Chief Innovation Officer of a company called Future Tech Lab, and we work on innovation in the space of fashion sustainability, but specifically around material science, so textile innovation, fiber science, biofabrication, a lot of cutting edge technology kind of applied to natural systems.
I'm here with Patrick from Global Fashion Exchange. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Thank you for having me today. It's really exciting to be here.
All right, now you are in the next panel discussion you were telling me about.
Not next, but I'm actually going to be wrapping up the day. Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell us what you're here to talk about?
Sure. Well, a wonderful person who I absolutely adore called Amanda Parks, who works a lot with material innovations, is going to be is here, not coming, to talk about material innovation, but also circularity on an international spectrum. So we're going to do a little bit of a deeper dive on what she thinks, where we're at and where we can go.
How beneficial do you think the summit has been so far?
You know, I'm very impressed with how it's been going, and to answer your question about beneficial, Sri Lanka is in a very special place because manufacturing is so closely tied to what's happening here at the Responsible Fashion Summit, which is a unique thing when you go, because I travel and speak and program these summits all over the world, and oftentimes people tend to be a little bit detached from what's actually really happening. So this, for me, is a very amazing experience because we're sitting here on stage looking at these factories who are actually here in the country and listening to what they're doing, their active goals, and how they plan on changing the future. So to me, it's a big deal. You have a lot to share with us today, and so thank you so much for coming all the way from India and your busy schedule traveling all over the world. I think a good question to start with was, can you give us a little bit of background of who you are, where you came from, and what's going on with you?
Sure. I'm sure there's a lot of things you can read on the internet about me, but it's all rubbish. So I always like to introduce myself just quickly. My name is Evelyn Sharma. I grew up in Germany. I'm half German, half Indian.
So can you tell us, where did the idea come from? Where was the inspiration?
Sure. So I feel like I've already got this big pep talk here with this video.
You guys saw the video, right? Okay,
Yeah.
just kidding.
And I feel like she's already also explained everything about me and Seams for Dreams. But so actually my dream was to start a charity foundation since I was 15. So from the beginning, I actually always wore clothes from my friends who are designers to support their labels, to support them. And I thought, like, okay, then the other component will be like to support my personal views on fashion. And yeah, that's what I did. Like, so it wasn't hard at all, actually.
And that's a wrap. We just finished the Responsible Fashion Summit held right here at the Hilton Colombo. It was very educational and so many people learned so much more about the industry. So make sure you check it out right here on High Online. My name is Kaylin Marcellus.